Oh man, that was intense. Between the timefall and the mules and the BTs and the
Deadman,
ladders
you there?
and climbing
Little help?
stuff I needed and oof.
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
It's in.
Good. A temporary excess of stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A steel mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the steel mother in capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached.
I mean, it's an actual
Each
life.
one has been physically removed from its steel mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway,
Hartman?
get some rest.
Do we
you
know
and
Hartman?
your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
What's the point in chaining himself to the bed? Does he go sleepwalking?
London Bridge is falling down, falling down,
Something to do with
falling down.
when he goes to the beach in his dreams
London
or sees the
Bridge
other
is
side.
falling down, my fair lady. Sam? Can you see me?
How are things over there?
Still not under guard. Still not chained up. Still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east, back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam.
On the beach. Or does she mean this time? This time she'll actually be, like, real life her will be waiting in that city.
Waiting for you. Come and find me.
Yeah, okay, she means the city her. Oh, so fun fact, I've been informed in the comments that that tattoo on his hand is Norman Reedus' actual tattoo.
Sam, this is Hartman. Since you're
Hartman.
awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower? It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
Okay. Yeah, apparently Norman Reedus does have that actual tattoo on his hand, and Kojima liked it, so he put it in the game, which, fair enough. Take that shower, my man. Man, he whips those clothes off so fast, it's legendary. The camera moves past him, fully clothed. 1 second later, steps into the shower in the nude.
Deadman relayed your request to me, as I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Brilliant. Want me to take a piss as well?
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Nana. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
That ass.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Chiral. Dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react. Who knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction. There may well be hope for humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. 5, 4, it's almost time.
2, 1. After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Oh, it's almost
Sam.
time.
Sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I
Lots
figured
of
you'd
mail
want to hear
received.
this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken a look myself,
Yeah,
but I
right.
gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room. There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the Chiral network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed.
Whoops.
Now, we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives.
Sounds good.
Might make for interesting reading.
We will do so. Okie doke. Terminale. Right. Bring port, not city. Yeah, okay. Mail. Let's have a look at that first. Benjamin Hancock. Sorry, Sam, bad news. Thanks for delivering those rare metals, Sam. Everyone at the distro center really appreciates you coming through for us. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you, though. That bike you saw outside? Its battery's dead. Ah, okay, that's why I couldn't use it. You'll have to give it some juice if you want to use it. Only need to do it once, though. Auto charger should kick in after. He's an emoji user. Sorry if we got your hopes up. And we've got some more bad news for you too, sad face. I'm an emoji user, but these emojis are especially bad. You see, different facilities have to work together, sharing materials so everyone gets what they need, and to make sure that everything that's produced gets put to proper use. That's why guys like you are so important. Without porters, the whole system falls apart. Whole world, even. Wow, gee, thanks for putting that in yellow. Tell me how important I am before you ask something of me. Anyway, there's this guy, George Baton, over at the way station. Yeah, we met him, right? He used to be a reliable porter, but lately it's like pulling teeth getting him to make even the simplest delivery. Wait, I thought is George Baton not the dude that was like the scientist dude? At the first way station? Maybe not. He used to be a reliable porter, blah blah blah. He keeps bitching about being scared or not having enough oxy or whatever. Always some excuse. Maybe it is him. Even when he does agree to make a run, he's liable to lose half his load en route. So yeah, that's why we're a bit short on materials at the moment. I'm sure you'll soon help us put that to rights. We're counting on you, Sam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 thumbs up. Right, see how it is. Oh, and then here's George. Oh, it is him. Okay, good. Sam the man, our saviour. Smile. Things are looking up here at the way station. Everything feels better somehow. We were all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when we set ourselves up, but 3 years of isolation and loneliness will change anyone's tune. Hell, when we first got here, we were putting up signs for porters and whatnot, but after a while, some guys got too scared to even set foot outside. Scared skull. Or dead skull, even? Yeah. Well, you can't have an alive skull. When Central was set up, I told myself this was it. Oh, was set up? Sorry, when Central went up. Kaboom. I told myself this was it. America's done. Everyone was feeling it too, and the mood was just bleak. And then you waltzed in. Thumbs up. I know what you're thinking. At first, I thought it was just the oxytocin too, but that's not it. Not all of it, anyhow. You gave us the glimmer of hope we needed by bringing us back into the chiral network. We're back in the game now. Been thinking of putting up signs again, even. Watchtowers too. Before long, we'll be opening up new delivery routes, mark my words. Thumbs up. It's still scary out there, though. All the oxy in the world won't help us deal with mules, let alone BTs. We shit ourselves every time we catch sight of one, and end up dropping half our equipment. Wait, you can catch sight of BTs too? Don't you need to be either, like, special dude, special powers, or have a bridge baby? Or do you have a bridge baby? Maybe you do. Maybe, does everyone have a bridge baby? I thought it was just porters. But then didn't the other guy say that this guy is a porter also? So maybe he does. Honestly, a part of me is still a little worried that we won't be able to keep it up. Sad face. And that's why we need you, Sam. You're not scared of anything, right? So go show us how it's done. 5 thumbs up. Okie doke. Wait, hang on. What was important? Okay. Data. Tips. Interviews. Wait, what's new on the tips front? Ah, you can check potential fall height. Okay. Switching views. R3 to switch the view that suits you best. Allows you to spot the Odra deck more easily. Calling out. Call out and greet anyone that's nearby. You might not get a reply, but don't let that get you down. Didn't I really look at all these? Losing blood due to damaged feet. Walking barefoot or in worn-out boots will damage your feet and lead to blood loss. If your footwear is damaged, you'll tie more easily. If you keep walking, it'll wear through, damaging beyond repair and injuring your feet. New footwear or find sandalweed as quickly as possible. Resting outdoors will restore stamina a little, but make it a But to make a full recovery, you'll need to rest a private room. Timefall or other water that comes into contact absorbed. Consciousness appears on top of the blood gauge. Only appears where your ability to stay conscious is at risk. Submerging the BB pod in water. BB's stress levels will increase when submerged in water. Try to avoid prolonged submersion. Right, maybe that's what screwed it up. If mules steal your cargo... This might have been what was supposed to happen, but I went around because I am very, very smart. Stolen cargo will be stored in a postbox somewhere in hostile territory. Other items, including your personal effects, will be dumped elsewhere. Huh. I wonder how many people tried to go straight through mule territory and lost all their shit. Order, yeah, cancelling orders. Who's going to cancel an order? Not me. I am Sam the Man, remember? Optimization. Using lost cargo. Okay, we know about all that. Yep. Road and structure erosion. As things deteriorate, functions will begin to fail. Structure may be destroyed. It's going to be counteracted by contributing materials to the structure for repairs. Okay. Likes. The more likes you exchange, the more structures and features you'll be able to share. Ah. Okay, so good thing that I've been mashing that like button then. If you do things which benefit, you'll receive likes. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, there's so much. There's so many new things. The longer you hold L2 R2, the further a thrown weapon will travel. Release R2 to throw it. Okay. Its trajectory will be shown. We need this to throw the shower water thing at a BT. Right, okay. If you're doing battle with an airborne BT, it's better to get close to it and aim a little higher than might seem necessary. Okay. Anything else? Reading mail. Yeah. Oh, what was that last one? UCA membership. All right, yeah, we read that. Okay, that was a whole lot of tips. Interviews. Mules and Drone Syndrome. From Die-Hardman 2 years ago. Bridges' primary objective is to rebuild America. In order to rebuild, one of our main tasks is to reconnect cities and other settlements by re-establishing a delivery network. Back before the Death Stranding, the comms and delivery networks were what held society together. The whole thing was automated, AI managed, deliveries carried out by drone. The belief was that taking people out of the equation would revolutionize the entire system. But things didn't quite pan out that way. Instead, we started seeing cases of what would eventually be dubbed drone syndrome. It was too much for some folks to accept, leaving everything to machines and nothing for the common man. And indeed, the oxytocin deficiency and hormonal imbalances we confirmed seemed to back up that assessment. Humanity needed to be part of the process, so laws were put in place and we stepped back into the picture again. And then what happened? All the people put out of work by machines who got called up again convinced themselves society couldn't survive without them. And that brought on a whole new disorder. Delivery dependent syndrome, they called it. When the Death Stranding tore us apart, the delivery problem spiraled even further. It wasn't helped any by the fact that chiral clouds prevented planes and drones from flying, which meant we had to go back to relying completely on human couriers, whether couriers, whether we liked it or not. Huh. Eventually delivering goods became all some lived for. They were obsessed, addicted, consumed by their desire to deliver. Over time, they turned into the mules we know and love today. That hasn't explained what mules are. It's literally called mules and drone syndrome. It's explained drone syndrome. It has not explained what the fuck a mule actually is. It's just someone who really loves to deliver, but they steal shit from you. From Deadman, Bridge Babies, 1 year ago. Look, I'm kind of new here at Bridges, so I don't know if any of this will be useful to you. Still, I'm happy to talk about BBs if that's what you want. They call me Deadman, on account of my familiarity with the dead, get it? Also on account of Kojima's interesting naming conventions. We've also been on good terms, you see. We've always been on good terms, you see. Used to have regular little chats back when I worked in the morgue. Anyway, that's also the reason I work on BB maintenance and research, to learn more about those who are no longer with us. But I digress. Fact is, BBs were already being issued to our forces in the field before I joined Bridges. What's more, research into the little guys had already been conducted long ago, but no one took the plunge and put what they'd discovered to practical use. Still, what that did mean is that when Bridges wanted to build our own BBs, most of the work has already been done for us. We just needed to follow the instruction manual, so to speak. Which isn't to say that we have any idea how they work, not how they can detect BTs or how they can connect this world to the other side. We still have much to learn about our little friends, but one thing is certain, their continued study will lead us to a greater understanding of the Stranding. What a sentence. A greater understanding of the Stranding. And of life and death itself, that much I can assure you. Well, I think that's about all I have to tell you today. Hopefully I'll have something new to share next time we chew the fat. See you around, I guess. Okay, and Heartman. That is picture on the right. Timefall. Timefall was first recorded when the Death Stranding occurred. And despite all the years that have passed since then, we are no closer to understanding how or why it accelerates the passage of time for the objects and organisms it touches, or why it immediately turns to ordinary water after having done so. Do we know what the Death Stranding is? Like, obviously, it's the name of the game, but do we know what the Death Stranding is? Is that just when BTs showed up? This is merely... Oh, wait, no. Some researchers have gone so far as to posit this process as stealing time. As for why timefall is observed only in certain places, all that we know for certain is that it's somehow affected by local chiral concentrations. This is merely a hunch, but something in me suspects that the Death Stranding may have warped our perception of the passage of time. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, you understand. We humans can conceive of our own deaths, and even the possibility of a place beyond death, yes? We have the capacity to conceptualize the future, an evolutionary advantage which aided our development as a species. Well, what if the timefall has given us a new, supercharged version of that essential ability? One that will take us to the next stage of our evolution? Perhaps we wouldn't need to hold ourselves up in the not cities. Perhaps, in time, the Death Stranding will come to be seen... That's a typo. Will come to be seem. It should be an N, right? Will come to be seen as the phenomenon that saved our species. Exciting thoughts, I'm sure you'll agree. I, for one, can't wait to set out on our journey. Who knows what awaits us? Indeed. Okay, cool. Pop a cheeky save, I guess. Okay, we got a couple of likes from those dudes. Take on a new order at the distribution center.
From the distro center staff. Check the order on the delivery terminal as soon as you're ready.
Could you not done that when I was already over there, mate? Come on now. Wait, there isn't an order here. What? What? Oh, the order on the delivery terminal? Do I have to go upstairs to get that, I guess? Yeah, that would make sense. So I leave my room. Let me just check on my baby boy. You alright there? Can soothe it.
You okay?
Here's an interesting point that's worth... BB looks happy, that's good. Worth noting. The container started to go red. Like, it's normally yellowy. It started to go red when he had that conditiony thing, right? And in the early cutscene, I think it was in part 1. Yeah, it was in part 1. When everything was going down, our truck had been tilted over, and that weird floaty dude came down. He then promptly disappeared. But I'm pretty sure he had a BB unit that was like fully deep red. So that means he doesn't have access to these still mothers. And his BB is like totally porked. But then why would he even carry it around with him if his BB's porked? I don't know. But just thought that was interesting to know. Right. I guess we're done here then.
know what to say, BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
Says the woman in the mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
Ooh. Some woman in a mask. We haven't met any women in masks yet. Curious.
Sam, out of curiosity, how's it doing at the moment?
All good?
Before I answer that,
Something wrong?
when I hook up my BB, I see things.
Oh, Sam's seeing
What
that?
kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Lead-through effect. Didn't I warn you about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories, which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe? Or a BB technician? Does it matter? The BB has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret. They're your quintessential black boxes. We may use them, but we don't truly understand them. Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone. If I find anything out, I'll tell you, all right? Deadman's honor.
Sam, check the delivery terminal and review the list of orders.
Will do. So, it's weird, because what he described as what he's seeing isn't quite what we've seen. And he said he wasn't able to hear them either, and we definitely can hear them. And like, from what we've heard, it's obvious that Mads is the baby's father. But he doesn't seem to know that. He's like, what's the connection between the man and the baby? Like, so he is obviously not hearing that. So it's like, he's half seeing what we see, but not exactly seeing what we see. Which is curious. Okay, what's it want us to do next then?
While you're resting, I ran some network diagnostics. Beryllium monitoring and holographic systems are nominal. Unfortunately, our printer is offline.
Oh no.
I know. After all the trouble you went through to bring us those materials. This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory.
Oh, good.
Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back? Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
Take on orders. Orders for Sam. Recovery chiral printer interface. Less than 50% damage. Recovery from a mule camp. You need to recover it. We warn that mules suffer from drone syndrome and won't relinquish stolen cargo easily. Okay. And collection chiral crystals. Collect at least 1 centigram of chiral crystals. Recycle them using the delivery terminal. Okay. Very precious and often found in areas where there's a lot of time fall.
Mama's added a watchtower schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating one. You never know when you'll need to recon an area.
Alrighty. Load all, I guess. 4 PCCs. 1 climbing anchor and 1 ladder. Sure.
That thing you're holding is a crystal collector. Now, as the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation. Got all that? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints. That's your trifecta. Look for these 3 things and you'll find the crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
I have not been especially observant.
Order assigned.
Okay. Orders number 7 and 8. Well, that is where we're going to leave it for today. Let's like the hell out of this dude's thing. Very nice. Yeah, let's leave it there for today. This part has been very cutscene heavy and interviews as well. But that's alright. Can't be outside in the world every part. I imagine there'll be quite a lot of parts which are cutscene focused probably. We shall see how the game unfolds, but there's definitely been a lot of cutscenes in the opening hours, but that's good because it's expanding on this world, which I'm finding hugely interesting. So, I like that he gives us a like when we whistle. Thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying, if you could leave a like and subscribe, I would really appreciate that. Share the videos around, share the playlist around if you can. That would really help me out. And I will see you next time for more Death Stranding. Thanks for watching. See you then.